Words carry the marks of their times. Speakeasy is a good example. To see how much has changed, here is the speakeasy story. Today, the word speakeasy signals an aesthetic. It conjures an atmosphere, a mood, even a sense of exclusivity. Its original meaning is largely forgotten. The word didn't begin in the 1920s and not in New York. It emerged in McKeesport, Pennsylvania in the 1880s, where Kate Hester ran an unlicensed saloon. Legend has it that when her customers, warmed by alcohol, grew too loud, she would warn them, "Speak easy," so the police wouldn't hear. From there, speakeasy entered the vocabulary, meaning an illicit drinking room. At the time, large numbers of Southern and Eastern European immigrants, drawn by the booming steel industry, poured into the mill towns along the Monongahela in western Pennsylvania. For them, saloons, many operating outside the law, were far more than watering holes. They were like anchors, places to find work, hear familiar languages, learn the rules of the new world, and feel, if only briefly, like they belonged. Speak easy wasn't just a warning. It was a way to protect their space and carried real weight. The atmosphere inside saloons was more relaxed. Mill and mine workers sat next to bankers. Black musicians played the popular music of the day. For a few hours, the room belonged to everyone equally, more or less, which was its own kind of quiet rebellion against the social order outside. Speakeasy was a refuge of sorts from the rougher real life. A raid was a real danger. The saloon shut down, goods and equipment confiscated, owners and staff arrested, customers detained and identified, and on it went. Worst of all, people lost a space they counted as their own. Prohibition made alcohol illegal nationwide, and overnight, the systems that working-class immigrant communities had been quietly building for decades became the blueprint for a whole underground economy. The language, the signals, the survival tools, they were already in place. Prohibition didn't eliminate drinking, it pushed it underground, and speakeasies spread as a result. By 1925, New York City alone had an estimated 30,000 of them. Each one was a version of what Kate Hester had built in McKeesport 40 years earlier. In many speakeasies, men and women, the working class and the wealthy, and in some places black and white patrons, shared space in ways polite society would have frowned upon anywhere else. The word that now evokes an aesthetic, dim light, secrecy, the thrill of the illicit, began as a warning whispered by people who couldn't afford to be heard. And in its own way, speakeasy has been triumphant. What once described an illegal working-class drinking room has become a symbol of high-end curated nostalgia. Its quiet defiance of rigid social rules has become ordinary. We're breezy about it now, and we can afford to be, which is itself a sign of change. There would not be a speakeasy story without the liquor. Next, we turn to bootleg and moonshine.